Hello, hello. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to my masterclass six-figure messaging. I see people are joining Zoom. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. Let me just put everything together and explain how my masterclass is going to run. So let's start with a little bit of a housekeeping here. Um, Oh, sorry. Okay. We for the best experience, if you're watching me live, if you're watching me live on YouTube, on Instagram, or anywhere else, join me on Zoom. The Zoom link is literally in my stories. It is in the comments. If you go to like either Instagram or LinkedIn, you can find the link there. And also, the link is also in your DMs, right? In your email. So um, now let me share my screen and we're just going to dive into it. Before we get started, like I really would like I would like you to ask to eliminate the distraction because I'm going to teach you very valuable information how to improve your messaging, how to improve your messaging for your business. So if you can eliminate distractions, calls, so you can get the most value of this training. Also, if you would like to watch a replay, because I'm going to share a lot of information and you might want to watch it on replay, the replays are available on my YouTube channel. And also, if you register for this challenge, you will be able to get emails from me with a replay link as well. And also, I run replay live later on for those who couldn't join me live but can also watch live replays online. So with that, everybody can get the best experience. Also, get the calendar. So again, how you can get the calendar, register for my masterclass, and I will send you the calendar, or comment word calendar link in the comments, and I will send that calendar link to you. Um, and I will send that calendar link to you. Also, if you have any questions, you can submit your questions in the DMs on LinkedIn, on Instagram. You can submit your questions in the comments, and you can also raise your hand and grab hot seat coaching seat with me, so I can coach you. I will answer your questions today live here on Zoom. Now, if you are not connected with me, connect with me on socials. I am on LinkedIn. I am on Instagram. I am on Facebook, Eugene Barrison. So if you scan the QR code, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. Majority of the time, I am on LinkedIn. This is where I play, live, have fun, connect. So this is my main platform. I'm also on Instagram streets, where you can kind of watch me throughout the day. So, but either on Instagram or LinkedIn, you can connect with me, and so we can stay connected and be part of my network. So if you want the calendar, the reminders, so register here. So you can scan the QR code, or you can take a screenshot if you are on the iPhone, and you can click the link and get the information there. So now let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, especially people on Zoom. Let me know in the chat. What do you consider high ticket offer? What do you consider high ticket offer? And like, is it $1,000? Is it $2,000? Is it $2,500? Like, what do you consider high ticket offer. Okay, let me grab chat here. So Steven said like anything over $1,000. Anything over $1,000. Uh uh Keisha, right? Like, and I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I do apologize. Said like over $2,000. All right. So I think for us to understand what is high ticket offer is like I agree with the fact that anything above $2,000. So based on my clientele, people who work with me, it's anything from $2,500 and $12,000. Anything above $12,000, it's also considered high ticket offer, but it's like ultra high ticket offer. Something that we see for masterclass for was masterminds and very high level masterminds. So what you're going to get from me today, we're going to get crystal clarity on what is high ticket offer and the roadmap to that high ticket offer. What needs to happen? What platform is the most useful platform for high ticket offer? And also how to clarify your messaging. Because messaging is something that a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with. Look, last week I went to a networking event with my mentor, with my coach, because I'm also a part of the coaching program. I always working on improving my skill set, improving myself, and I'm very much into personal development. And I was in the room with other entrepreneurs. Almost everybody, almost everybody said that messaging and content marketing, organic content marketing, are two major points for a lot of entrepreneurs. So today we're going to talk about, like, today we're really going to clarify how you can clarify your messaging, how you can deploy effective social selling techniques. So in fact, throughout 5 days, we're going to talk about how to deploy your messaging with your content strategy, with your social selling strategy, how to connect with people, and how to attract high ticket buyer. What language we use specifically to attract high ticket buyer. And also, sometimes it feels like that our attention is really scattered. Sometimes it feels that our attention is really scattered. So what we're going to do today, we're going to get really laser focus. And really, after those 5 days working together, you will know what to focus on. You will have clarity and roadmap to high ticket offer. You will identify how to put together your messaging for your high ticket offer. So who am I? So if you are new in my world, my name is Eugene Barazin. In my previous presentations or in my previous master classes, I always say that I miss my businesses. I miss two of my businesses that I had. I missed two of my businesses that I had. So like one of the businesses that I had before, I had a private practice as a clinical psychologist, but I missed it because my mindset was not right. Because entrepreneurial mindset is a different mindset. Entrepreneurial mindset, and it's a different mindset. The second entrepreneurial opportunity, or like and the second business that I totally missed, was a sign language interpreter. I was a sign language interpreter, and I was working with clients one-on-one. People were booking me to work with them one-on-one. Again, I did not see the value. I did not have the right mindset, and I missed that business. Because, like, listen, private practice as a therapist and sign language interpreter could be both profitable businesses. So later on, I got into tech. Well, let me start from the beginning. My first career was sign language interpreter, and I was running business on the side. And then I graduated. Well, as I was in college and studied clinical psychology, I started my private practice under the supervision of other clinicians, and then I was born in Moscow, Russia. Well, as my mentor said, like Eugene was born in Soviet Union, Moscow. I'm like, well, thanks, Melissa. Like you just made me older and cooler at the same time. Like I don't know how you did that, but uh, uh, I was born at like, well, I like literally, I think a couple of years after I was born, Soviet Union collapsed. And in my mind, like, well, it's Russian Federation. It's just Russia. So I was born and raised in Russia, and then in 2013, I moved to the United States. And after getting back into behavioral health field as a case manager, as a youth counselor, because it was really important to me. It was really important for me to prove myself that, like, no, my education matters, my experience matters. Like, I'm a badass therapist, I'm a badass counselor. I can do that. So I figured out like money is not really like quite there in behavioral services and in counseling and psychology. So why don't I move into tech? And I transitioned into tech. And Stephen, it can probably really relevant to you. My first job was a QA engineer. I was a manual QA because I had a mindset issue. I thought that I wouldn't be able to learn how to code. I wouldn't be able to how to code. But then I moved out really quickly into like technical ladder, and and become a iOS developer. And in 2023, I had a huge event happen in my life. So well, in 2022, I got divorced. And in 2023, like literally it was a New Year's Eve, I was thinking, how do I make a difference in the world? How do I make a difference in the world? And I recall all of my talents. I recall all of my gifts that I had. And I decided to start doing coaching and I started building my business. Within 5 months of running, like after clarifying my messaging, let me just put it this way. After clarifying my messaging, clarifying my business model, after within 5 months or so, I was able to make my first $50,000 on LinkedIn with my messaging, with selling high ticket coaching program. Stephen, high ticket coaching program within tech space as a career coach for software engineers. And it's absolutely possible and it's absolutely doable. Absolutely doable. And if you were thinking, like, because like when I started my business, I was thinking, how do I make my first like 20K? And then when I first made my first 20K, I'm like, okay, now what? And then when like in December, like not to mention I got laid off. I lost my job after I secured my first client and my first like my prices back then were 24.84, right? And then I raised my prices to $3,000, and Steven knows that. And like I promise you, Steven, that I will be covering today that. So I like after I secured just one client, I lost my job. That was the scariest moment in entrepreneurship. That was the scariest moment because what do we do? What do I do? I just learned how to sell. I just had my first client. I don't even know if it's going to work out or not, but I had enough faith in God and in me that I'm like that it is the calling, that it is the right way. It is the way for me to go. And I started selling high ticket coaching program. And then I had really strong calling to serve entrepreneurs because I like if I want other people to build wealth. I want other people to break free. I want other people to create difference in the world. I want other people to create something bigger than themselves. I want other people to create a legacy. This is why I decided to mentor other entrepreneurs how to build businesses and how to sell high value offers. So, and I started my own company. So, let's talk about platform. In my story, you notice that I said that I made my first 50K on LinkedIn. And it's not to mention that I actually tried other platforms as well. I actually try other platforms as well. I try Instagram. I try, like, I am on YouTube. I'm forever YouTuber. I try Facebook. I try other apps. None of those apps work for me. Not reasonable. And by the way, any platform can work. Okay, so if you're watching this presentation or you're watching replay and you think, well, I'm on Instagram, I'm having my business with Instagram, I don't want to learn another platform. Like why? If I just need to close more deals, I just need to make more sales. I get consultations, I can close sales. It's a little it's a little different though. So like anything can work, anything can work. So Instagram can work. One is that TikTok can work if it's still here, and I believe it will be here for a long time. Anything platform can X can work as well. But why LinkedIn works really well, because people pay on LinkedIn to pay attention. Because a lot of the, like, this is what I notice. Like on LinkedIn, when I talk about either my personal lives connected with my business or my trainings, people come here to pay attention. They're in a business and networking mindset. It's a different mindset, because when people go on other social media platforms, they may not be on that mindset. And also, LinkedIn has really good, like really good filters how to search for your ideal customer, because your messaging, tomorrow we're going to talk about how to clarify your messaging for real, but your messaging starts with how well do you know your customer? What is the job title? What do they say about themselves? What content are they putting out there? And you can literally search LinkedIn by content, by people, by hashtags, and you can get that information from LinkedIn. On other apps, not really, because on Facebook, for example, people may or may not put their enough personal information where you can identify them and connect with them. Or on Instagram, they might consume your content, but if they're not content creator, or if it is not their main platform and they go there literally just to watch you, it can be just like empty profile with a flower as an avatar, right? So on LinkedIn, you normally don't see that. On LinkedIn, you normally see a little bit of a bio, a little bit of of a headline, a little bit of a job titles. You have more information for your prospecting. And also content. Yes, you see a lot more content on LinkedIn right now, but it is not as saturated on other platforms. Like I'm telling you, like all the impressions, all the numbers, all the engagement, I get majority of engagement across my social media platforms, I'm getting on LinkedIn. And if you are trying, like if you would like to get fast actions in your business, fast actions in your business, I recommend LinkedIn, because my true story, I'm gonna start with my clients, okay? I'm just gonna start with my clients, because you heard my story. I'm not gonna repeat that. So my client, before and like I'm kind of like jumping ahead, but like my clients, all of my clients got their first clients within 90 days from LinkedIn. Within 90 days, actively doing social selling, actively implementing content seasons. We're going to talk about that. Actively doing the work, and within 90 days, they were able to get clients on LinkedIn. So you can get traction on LinkedIn. On Instagram, I passed like a couple of 90-day marks, and on Instagram, it's a little different. Like for me personally, it's tougher. And Instagram, my personal new challenge. I'm not saying that it's not working. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm saying it is my personal challenge. LinkedIn was a lot easier for me. And also I pivoted in my business. I used to like my front. offer used to be career coaching. I pivoted to business coaching as my front end offer. I still coach software engineers, but my front end offer is business coaching. I still get better traction on LinkedIn. I wonder when Instagram has equivalent of Money X. I think they do. Like, Steven, tell me what is Money X. Tell me in the comments what is Money X. So this is why LinkedIn, this is why LinkedIn. So and listen, these are my clients. These are my clients. There's a this is like a little collage of my current and former clients. No matter it's easier, it's really easy to connect with people on LinkedIn. It's easy to have conversation with LinkedIn. And also, look, you can implement the perfect content marketing. You can have the perfect content. You can have the perfect messaging. If you don't build relationships, if you don't have conversations that link to consultations, then the platform won't work. Maybe somebody will raise their hand and say, like, yes, send me the link, send me this, send me that. But conversions, they happen through conversations, they happen through relationship building. So, and this is why LinkedIn is so important. You listen, and this principle you can apply on Instagram. And if your mentality to build your community, to build your relationship, to build your tribe on Instagram or any other platform, that will work for you as well. There are other means and ways to work with the platform. I'm just saying on LinkedIn it works a lot faster because LinkedIn is the platform that is built for that specifically. All right. So let's talk about the messaging. How to identify what is a good messaging looks like. What is a good messaging looks like? You have to be crystal clear of who you serve. And a lot of people are very vague on who they serve. Oh, I serve women. I serve, I don't know, I serve ambitious professionals. I serve like put really really generic name. So it's really really important to to know who you really really serve. What languages do they use? And the more the better you know your customer, and when you start using their language in your content, it's going to resonate with them because you're creating content for them, for them. And also, it is really important sometimes, this is something that I'm noticing with other creators. It is really important to be straight to the point. People would use metaphors, people would use different examples, people would use uh, different, I don't know, stories. Get to the point. Sometimes your elaborated messaging, your elaborated content gets muddy, and people just don't understand what do you actually do. True story, I had a coaching call today with one of my clients, and this is this is normally how I work in my program, right? Like it is in a 6 months program, and we do coaching calls, and sometimes we do sales training, and sales training is like a role play training. So you're a seller, I'm a buyer, and you practice consultative sales with me. And when we were doing our sales call, right, our practice role play, my client was able to articulate straight to the point what she does and how she does it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is your content. This is literally your whole messaging. Straight to the point. This is what you need to do. This is why you need to do that. Give them why, give them what, how is under the table. And this is gorgeous. This is so on point, y'all. So, and it's really really important, and it's really really important to be straight to the point. Also, speak about their transformation. And it's really important to speak about uh transformation for of your clients, who come to you and who work with you. Transformation. Nobody cares about how many sessions you have. Nobody cares about how the process works, right? Well, people might ask, but what people get from you? When people work from me, they get more sales, more clients, they increase their prices normally. And Stephen, they totally come to me like, okay, like maybe I should sell my program for $1,500. I'm like, no, like this is not high ticket. We're gonna sell it for more. We're gonna sell it absolutely, absolutely for more. So, speak about the transformation. So, as I promised, this is a little bit of a case study, and we're gonna jump to questions and answers here soon. So, case study, like this is my client Donovan, and you saw him on my channel before. So when we started working together, he only had Donovan is an amazing front end developer, and like you might see him later on in a program on Thursday. So he graciously agreed to join us because it is like it is his spot, but like he will be joining us for the masterclass, and we will be learning all together. So before that, before we started working together, he only had 20 $20 consultations. How to become a front end developer, transformational experience, transformational career experience, how to like get into front end development, how to become front end developer. No sales and no clarity on business strategy. So also like a lot of people jump into businesses and they don't have the business strategy or business intent. And it's important to have business intent. What do you want your business to be? Are you building a side hustle, or are you building a business that you would like to run full time? I would like, are you running solopreneurship, or are you building an empire? And it's okay if you don't know all the answers, but clarity on business strategy is absolutely essential. So after that, we were able to sell high ticket mentorship program for front end developers. In fact, Donovan, he built his authority. He is a thought leader in his industry. And when he walks into the room in person, talks about what he does, people want to work with him. And it's about messaging. And your messaging is not just about what you say, it's about how you carry yourself, it's about how you present yourself, and it's about knowing who you serve, because he is in the right room with the right people who need his services right now. And he was his program sold out. And now we're working on capacity. And now we're working on capacity, and not like, and we were doing consistent role play with sales, and we were working on how to implement the strategy that like we're talking about, like how. And he used just LinkedIn. Look, I'm often say, hey, like you should use LinkedIn and YouTube as a backend platform. Like he didn't have time to use YouTube. He's just starting adding YouTube right now. But his first sale was in person. Okay, because you can run your business online and sell in person. But his program sold out on here on LinkedIn when he implemented the uh, strategy, the content seasons that I teach inside of my program. And when he went live, when he connected with the right people wanted to work with him. Okay, before I open the floor for hot seat coaching, I'm gonna give you a really quick rundown. You already heard what I do with entrepreneurs, but kind of like everything together. So I run coaching program for entrepreneurs. It is 6 months coaching program, and it's an exclusive program. It's a small group experience, and the purpose for my program really is to build collaborations and build powerful partnerships. We're learning about messaging. We're learning about social selling. We're learning about how to do high ticket consultative sales in role play. We're learning about content that converts. We're learning about how to speak to high buyer psychology in the program. But most importantly, it is a very intimate program where a limited amount of people. I it's not going to be more than 15, 20 people in the group. Like if there are more people, I'm probably gonna have to start another group, because I want to have uh, limited numbers of participants so everybody can get time with me. Also, in addition to that, you also have additional support one-on-one. Once a month, you can book a call with me one-on-one and work with one-on-one with me and ask all the questions that you can possibly have. And also, if you need additional one-on-one support, and it's available for you. So bonuses. Look, this is the program that that I've been coaching one-on-one. So now I don't one-on-one for 6 months. Now I don't do one-on-one coaching for 6 months. Now it's a group coaching program, and you are eligible for one-on-one with me. But this is early enrollment. This week is early enrollment. So if you apply this week, today, tomorrow, if you apply by Friday, you will get a bonus from me. Well, first of all, I'm going to give you a huge discount. I'm going to give you a $1,000 off because it is early enrollment. After that, prices go up. Also, like it is limited. And I am accepting limited number of people in my program per cohort. Like my program, I don't want my program to grow anything about 15, 20 people, because I want to keep it like really limited, really exclusive, so everybody has enough attention. But also, I would like to enroll 5 people at a time. So I'm opening 5 spots this week. I'm opening 5 spots this week, and when they're gone, they're gone. All right, and the way you can apply for my program, so you can submit your application. Let me drop the application link in the chat here on Zoom as well. So you can apply for the program here. I will review your application, and if everything matches up, and if everything looks good, you can schedule a consultation, complimentary consultation with me, where we can make a decision if it is a good fit or not. Now, let me stop sharing, and I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you what questions you have, and please run Hansi Coaching spot with me. So, questions, you can raise your hand, and I will unmute yourself and literally ask me a question, because this is what you came for, and and this is why you on Zoom, right? So, what questions you have for me? Maybe there's a question about your business. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Stephen.
Hey, yeah, first of all, thanks for putting this together. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. So I don't know why I can't wrap my head around it, but so you said that you still coach like software engineers and that was originally how you started off coaching. What kinds of, like, how do you, how do you target the people who have like 2 to 3 thousand to spare for coaching? Are
Wonderful.
those like a certain demographic or?
So, wonderful question. So, there are two parts for this, right? Like, first of all, it's really important to talk about your offer, what you are offering. Because if you're offering just a resume review and tech interview preparation, this is not $2,000. This is not $3,000. This is like this is elementary offer. So, like, what you offering? What is the value of your offer? So now, how do I target? So a couple of things. Um, I like the my first ideal client was me in the past. Was Eugene, who would like to grow, who would like to be authority in the tech space, and I didn't know how to be authority. So I was targeting me in the past. But when I got clients, I got data. So who is buying? And my clients, what was interesting, my clients, majority of my clients were laid off from tech jobs. Majority of my clients were anything from senior or like senior closer to mid-level or mid-level developer to senior developer. So that's kind of the range. So um, from high, very high sophisticated junior to senior, and majority of them were laid off or who were laid off. They wanted to make a transition to iOS development. And I also have one international student from Canada, actually from France. Um, so like that, and how do I target them? I connect with people with similar characteristics, but it's it's important the level of sophistication of your program. If your program is not sophisticated enough, and this is what I help my clients with, right? Because if you just if you just teach me HTML, like, no, you can charge me 2,500. You can charge me $3,000. I can watch Udemy course, and Udemy it's a course platform. If somebody is not technical, so this is where we watch cheap courses. No, comprehensive, high touch, high value offer, and this is what I help my entrepreneurs to come up with because um if you talk on the very primitive level, right, or on the very basic surface level, um, how like if you do what other people do, if you're a career coach, for example, and you talk about the same, do not apply for jobs online, or like how to write a resume, how to write a cover letter, how to optimize your LinkedIn profile, you are in a very saturated market. How do you specialize as a career coach? How are you different from other tech mentors? What is your superpower? And this is the trick, right? And the answer can be actually a lot easier than you think and a lot simpler than you think. Wonderful question, Stephen. And prospecting is something that you do all the time. It never stops because people's behavior change, people's preferences change, market changes. So, but look, 2023, when everybody was laid off, people were like, and people still are seeking career services, right? People are seeking transformation. People are seeking transformation in their career. So, for you, like, I don't know if you are in QA, you can teach people how to do QA. You can create your like QA bootcamp. I know QA bootcamps for a fact. They sell and they sell really, really well. They sell and they sell really, really well. Wonderful question. Any other questions? Any other questions?
I do have one, Eugene.
Yeah, hello. Keisha, right? Did I say
Yes.
your name right?
Yes, you did.
Okay,
You did.
thanks.
So just in a little more detail, when you were um, saying specifically about building the good messaging, right? And you
Hmm.
mentioned using the language that your client or potential client will be using. And this QA is speaking to me because that's my current profession now. And
Okay.
so I do love it to death. Um, but I guess just wanted to get more detail as to, when we talk about using that language, is it a matter of crafting it when we're building the relationships so that it is based on that individual, or is it just I don't know, just kind of overall when you have your niche that you're trying to, build that language for anyone.
Yeah, wonderful question. So let me give you an example. I had a sales call with a software engineer, and it was a no. So, because like in high ticket sales and entrepreneurship, low ticket sales, high ticket sales, it doesn't matter. You will get more no's than yeses, and that's just a part of the journey, and that's okay. And I often ask people, it's okay, it's not a problem. Why not though? And the guy said, like, you know what? I don't need building I don't need high touch coaching. I don't need building personal brand. I don't need building personal relationship. I just need algorithms and data structures. And this is what I need. And this is what I'm going to focus. This is what will get me a job. Guess what? The next day, I went live, and the topic of my live stream, no, algorithms and data structures won't get you a job. And I explained why. And I use his language, like as he said, like literally verbatim. And I found out that not only on YouTube, that video, I don't want to lie, but like I think it is about like close to 1,000 views over over like a couple of days. And on LinkedIn, a lot of people resonated with that. So I literally extract what people say and put it in the messaging. For example, for entrepreneurs, something that I hear from entrepreneurs is like, I can try to figure out on myself, by myself. And my answer to them, first of all, stop trying and start building your business, because the more you try, the slower you go. You're not building your business, you're trying to build your business. Stop trying, start building, right? The second, you've been trying building your business on your own. Like, if you don't have if it hasn't gotten you anywhere, what is the definition of insanity? If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, and you get the same results, and expecting different results, is the definition of insanity. So this is the language that I like. This is kind of the language that I use. And the way you can actually listen to your customer, especially when you're starting out, I would just connect with people. I would just do networking calls with no agenda whatsoever, and literally listen to like how they talk about the problem, and put it out there in your marketing. So like, this is what I do. I'm a part of the coaching program, right? And I work with entrepreneurs. A lot of my um cohort people in my cohort, entrepreneurs, I listen how they speak, and I use the language that they use, so the message can resonate with them. So like, I hope it helps. All right. Well, thank you so much. Let me see if I have any questions online anywhere else. I don't see any. Let me refresh. LinkedIn. I don't see any questions on LinkedIn. Thank you so much. Look, come tomorrow. So tomorrow we're gonna talk about social selling strategies, and like really how to apply your messaging, because your messaging is not just your content. Your messaging is how you implement that messaging. So, and I have a little bit of a homework for you. So before tomorrow, uh send me a DM and share with me, how would you use the language of your ideal customer? How would you put, like, literally write a little post in the DMs to me and write a post, like write what your customer would have said about their problem. Maybe it is like, maybe they would start talking about algorithms and nanostructures because you both like in QA sphere. Maybe your customer will say something else. How, like, what do you hear? What do you see people in your niche say about the problem? And send that homework to me. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow. And we're going to analyze if that language, if that, how we can build a messaging from that language. Sounds good. All right. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you tomorrow at 2:30. Thank you for amazing training. Thank you for all of your participation. I'm looking forward to see your homework. So you can email or DM me your homework. And again, the homework is what language your customer speak. Just write me an example, a few examples, and tomorrow we're going to build a messaging of the language that your person speaks. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you tomorrow at 2:30.